Hi, my name is Danielle. I'm an educator with Unite. I'm here today to kind of give you guys the background and learn about all the products and what such an amazing brand it is to use on your clients and yourself as well. I've been in the industry for about 5 to 6 years as a hairstylist. I first started as an assistant over at my old salon straight out of my cosmetology school. I went through an assistant program and learned how to apply single processes, shampoo clients, work one-on-one with master stylists. I was there for about 2 or 3 years, really kind of knowing everything that goes on running the salon. I then was offered an amazing opportunity to go to a 4-week haircutting course over in Miami Beach. That was with the Vidal Sassoon educator. It was an amazing experience, and that was kind of my first glimpse to the product line of Unite. I wasn't really getting too familiar with it just because I was only there for the haircutting course, but I do remember how amazing the smells were. Fast forward to the salon I am at now, Pixie Salon over at Pennington, New Jersey. That's when I really got my real experience with the Unite brand. I had a product knowledge class just like this. I started to use them on the clients, started to use on my clients, and really see what an amazing line it was and how much it really does say what it's going to do for the hair. So I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different within the industry, and I was offered an amazing opportunity to become an educator for Unite, and that actually sparked my interest right off the bat. I do kind of have a passion for teaching. It kind of goes back to when I was training and being an assistant. I was training others. I got so familiar, and I was like kind of the go-to assistant when it was bringing in new assistants and teaching them. I kind of just felt great being able to spread my knowledge to them and really walk them through the program. So I feel like that's where a little bit of that passion comes from. So when I kind of learned about what this position would be, it immediately sparked my interest. And just because I feel so comfortable with this line and I know what it does and I use it on a daily basis, so just going through this training and really diving in deep makes me that much more happier and grateful to have this experience to come here and teach classes for you guys. So that's a little bit about me. So going into the Unite brand, I'll kind of give you a background of it. It started about 16 years ago with CEO Andrew Dale. He was a hairdresser himself for many years. He actually opened up a lot of salons within the California area. He was in the industry for very long, and then he also decided that he wanted to step back and do something more. He wanted to create a product line that actually said what it said it was going to do, and also help unite hairdressers across the board. So he started to do his research and make different concoctions, and the first product he actually came out with a 7 seconds leave-in detangler, and that's actually the #1 selling product within the line. So from there, he kind of spread it out, made this huge brand of products, and it's blown up immediately and done great wonders for him and himself as a brand. He also felt that besides the product line, he wanted to make sure that it was doing more than just selling products, which I'll kind of dive into in a little bit about the different characteristics and that the product line is not just about the product line. He also has a small passion for animals, specifically dogs. So a pretty cool story is that he also invests in his time with dog shelters, specifically in the San Diego area. He goes out to local shelters, he sponsors dog, and he actually has a shampoo within a line called Doggy Poo, and some proceeds from that actually go back to these shelters, which I think is pretty cool. If you ever get the opportunity to watch the video on the Unite website, you'll kind of see a day in the life of him going out to a local dog shelter and walking around, talking to the staff, checking out the animals, and it's pretty cool that a hair product line is so wide and expansive that he's doing something just as that. He's able to incorporate that passion along with the hair industry. So diving into the characteristics of what makes Unite, there's 5 characteristics that they like to be known by that are very important, that make them unique and get me more excited about the brand itself. So it's a fashion industry brand, meaning you will find a lot of these styling products at the runways, backstage, at fashion weeks. They have a lot of products that are going to create those great sleek looks, those avant-garde looks, those big hair looks. These products are amazing, and once we start talking about them, you'll see exactly what they do and how they're beneficial to that. Also, it's out there in the celebrity world, which is definitely something you would love to mention to your clients because it gets them excited, like, wow, I'm actually using a product that Kim Kardashian is using. So you will find it in the celebrity world. You'll find some articles, maybe in magazines. Unite is out there, it's well known. So that's something that's pretty unique and amazing, and definitely something that will excite your clients. It's also a boutique brand, meaning that feeling you get when you walk through a boutique. It's family oriented, it's friendly, it's warm, it's welcoming. That's the feeling that Unite wants everyone to feel when they're working with the brand, when they're expressing, when they're talking about it. It's just a simple feeling that you'll have. It's a selective product brand, meaning that you will only find these products in salons that are carrying them and selling them and using them. Clients won't have the easy access of leaving your salon after an amazing style that you just created with them and going down the street to your local Walmart and buying the products. It's just not going to be that easy for them. They should be, as much as they're caring about spending the money and coming to you to make their hair feel great and amazing and feel amazing, they should also be buying the products at that salon too, to recreate these looks and maintain those styles. So Unite feels strong about that. And what's amazing for clients too, if they're moving or they have friends in other locations, you can simply just go on the Unite website and there's a salon locator, and they can just type in the region, the city, the state, and it will bring up a list of salons that you can find these products at. It is also a premium brand, meaning that there are specific and unique ingredients within the products that make it that much special. A lot of products, obviously, product lines we're seeing more and more trying to go more of the natural, organic way. Unite's been kind of doing that from the beginning. There's no sulfates, no parabens, they are gluten-free, no sodium chloride, they are safe, with the exception of a couple products for extensions, keratin treatments, smoothing treatments. Unite was doing that from the beginning. When they first launched, they were making sure all of those ingredients were out of their products, because we know these can be very harsh, especially for color, and like I mentioned before, smoothing treatments. So that's what makes them pretty premium and luxury, because they are already without those ingredients. And then last but not least, Unite feels very strongly about education. Simply what I'm doing here for you guys today, teaching a class, educating you, getting you familiar with the line, so once you start bringing it in and sharing it to your clients, you feel that much better about it. They also offer opportunities to be teaching for hair cutting classes, blow dry classes. There's endless opportunities if you really want to get well acquainted with the brand and learn so much more about it. They feel very strong about that, because obviously in our hair industry as stylists, we're always learning more. We're always trying to find out what the latest trends are and just make our craft that much better, so we can just keep our clients up to date and what's going on in the world in the fashion and hair industry. So those characteristics, like I said, are pretty standard, and Unite feels very strong, and that's what makes them unique and a little bit different than the other product lines. Unite's mission statement is that it's the vision that inspires and unites us all. They feel very strong about making it more than just a product line. They have so many different guidelines and standards that they go by, and they really express that and want their stylists and clients to know that. And like I mentioned before, the one important thing, the benefits for this line, is that their ingredients are just so unique and different, and right off the bat you know that when your clients start to use them, they won't have any issues of stripping their color, pulling out their smoothing treatment, being too harsh on the hair. We always often wonder what our clients are using when they're outside of the salon, and why their color is fading so quickly, or why after you just did this amazing conditioning treatment on their hair, why the day later it feels rough again. If you are kind of gearing your clients to use these products, there's no doubt in your mind that it's going to be amazing, and they're going to see amazing results from them. So after just giving you guys a little bit of a background, we're going to dig into the products. It makes it a little bit easier. Unite has a way of explaining their product and kind of grouping them. So when you are starting to use them, it's that much easier. You can kind of know your client's hair, what they need, what it's lacking, and kind of just go straight to that system and know that they're safe and it's going to do what it says it's going to do. So there are 7 systems within the line. I'll kind of just run through them briefly, and then we can go into them individually. We have our 7 seconds system, our Boing curling system, our Booster volumizing system, our laser straight smoothing system, our luxury system, our blonde toning system, and our specialty cleanse system. So our first system, which is the most important out of the line, and it's kind of the go-to for every client if you're stuck on what to use on their hair. Maybe their hair's feeling lifeless, not a lot of shine, it's damaged from color or chemical services doing repeatedly. They kind of just need something to start with. They've never used professional products before. It's their first time seeing them and you just want to recommend a great product for them. The 7 seconds line is perfect for them. So within the 7 seconds line, we have our shampoo and our conditioner, which I had mentioned earlier is sulfate free. So you might feel that there's a little bit of hesitating to be able to lather it well in the hair because it doesn't have sulfates. It's a little bit thicker and maybe it might not suds up in the hair as great. So the best method for that is kind of to pour it into your hands, rub it through, get a great lather, and then kind of really work it into the scalp and the hair. You need to add water to kind of get a little bit more of a cleansing foam with it. And then obviously if you feel like a one shampoo is not enough, follow it up with the second shampoo. This shampoo and conditioner is a great combo, like I said, for any client. I've often seen clients that maybe are trying to bring their hair back to life. The more they use it, it actually is really repairing the hair and giving it a lot of shine and moisture. And that's really what it's there for. It's a lot of moisture, definitely hydrating, repairing the hair, a lot of shine. Then we have our 7 seconds mask. This is something that I would recommend for someone that needs a little bit more hydration, a little bit more TLC in their hair. So instead of using the conditioner, I would sub out the mask once a week. Leave it on the hair 5 to 10 minutes. Really is going to repair those mids to ends. There's actually keratin in the hair, which we know we can't get enough of in the hair. It's going to be very rich and creamy and be able to really revitalize your hair altogether. Then we have our 7 seconds leave-in detangler. This is the #1 selling product within the line. This is our go-to, our salon favorite. Our clients are obsessed with it. Everyone in my salon, I will tell you right now, uses this on every client that sits in their chair, no matter what service they're getting. Or if we're shampooing them at the sink, they just got their color done, they're headed out the door, they're okay with leaving wet hair. You're not leaving until you spray some of this and comb it through your hair. It's an amazing product. It gives shine and conditions the hair. It's weightless, so you can spray as much or as much or as little as you need in the hair without it feeling like it's weighing it down, especially for our finer hair girls. It's a detangler, so it's great for kids, great for girls that feel like their hair is constantly matting once they get out of the shower. Spray it throughout the hair, get a Y2 comb, get a wet brush. It really helps break up those knots without pulling. It's definitely great for someone that's letting it air dry, like I had mentioned before. If they're just on the go, they shampoo, they condition, spray a little bit, comb through, they're good. It's not gonna weigh them down or feel crunchy in the hair. It gives so much shine in the hair. I'll use this on my kids that are just coming in for a cut or gonna blow them out. I don't even actually need to put anything else in their hair because their hair is so kind of fine that instantly as I'm blow drying their hair, you automatically see shine that they've never had in the hair. This is our go-to product and it's great for everyone. Then we have our 7 seconds refresher. This is our dry shampoo. This is obviously if you want to kind of stretch or blow dry a second or third day without actually shampooing again. Spray this at the root and it sucks up all the oils and the product buildup and it refreshes the hair. There is clay in this product, so when you pull it off the shelf, make sure before you use it, you are shaking it. And once you hear that ball, the ball is able to kind of break up the wax and allow you to get a better spray. If you are allowing your client to purchase this or you're purchasing this, I would make sure you're getting that noise before they leave the salon. It has a cooling sensation as well, and like I said, it really does soak up those oils in your hair and it gives it like a nice refreshing, hence the name refresher, feeling in your scalp. And it can extend your blow dry just one more extra day. We have our 7 seconds blowout cream. This is kind of your go-to cream or blowout for your blowouts. You can use it on anyone. anywhere from fine, medium to coarse hair. It gives a lot of shine, moisture. It's very lightweight. I would start obviously with a little, maybe work your way up if you have someone a little bit more coarser hair. It is gonna seal, it's gonna give a good hold to the blow dry, longer lasting blow dry. This is definitely the go-to if you're kind of stuck onto what to start your client with as far as if they are adding a lot of heat to the hair. And then the final product in this line is the 7 Seconds Glossing Spray. This is one of my favorites. It is a spray, but it doesn't have too much of hold as your typical hairspray would have. I would kind of finish a blow dry with this, lays down the flyaways, eliminates the frizz. It has UV and thermal protection, and it also helps fight humidity. It's an anti-humidity spray, so it's definitely a great product I like to use, especially in the summer months. We just finished a blow dry, we just finished a style, but they kind of don't want to feel that tackiness of a hairspray. You kind of just spray this all over, and it just gives a nice shine and protects it from the humidity and gives it a lot of moisture and shine. So now we have our Boing curling line. This is for our curly girls with a lot of texture in their hair that aren't really sure how to wear their curls. We have a great system within this product line that allows them to use products if they feel like they can bring their curls back to life and really hydrate them again without the frizz. So we have a shampoo and a conditioner. It smells amazing. They have coconut oil in them, which hydrates and quenches the hair. They smell so good. It's definitely a selling point right off the bat as soon as your client will smell it. It's going to give volume to the hair, but it's not going to weigh it down, especially the conditioner. It's going to moisturize and hydrate. Then we have our Boing Curl Leave-In, which is similar to the 7 Seconds Leave-In, but for curly hair. It's a 3-in-1. It preps, it repairs, and protects. And you can restyle it as well. You could spray it out of the shower, kind of scrunch up your curls a little bit, and if it's the only thing you want to use in your hair, it's good enough. You can let it air dry, you can diffuse it in, you'll instantly see it work well on the curls. It's weightless, it's going to give some hold. Then they have their Boing Defining Curl Cream. This is for the girls that feel like their curls are falling fine, they're limp, their curls don't really have a style to them, they're kind of just there. The Defining Curl Cream will allow them to kind of scrunch it through and bring their curls back to life and create kind of a style. It also has coconut in it that will hydrate the curls but not make it feel like they're gonna fall limp in a couple hours or by the end of the day. And then there's the Boing Moisture Curl Cream. These are for maybe medium to coarser hair. They want to wear their curls but they feel like they're so dry, they're so frizzy, they just look so dull looking. So the Moisture Curl Cream is going to be a little bit more heavier than the Defining because it's going to define the curls and add moisture that the curls are lacking. But it's also not going to feel like it's tacky in the hair or it's getting too much of a crunch, which is nice. So now moving into our third system, our Boosted Volumizing System. This is the line for our clients that are feeling like their hair is super fine, there's no body, there's no shape, they want volume and they're not getting it with the products that they're using, and no matter what haircut or what short layers you give them, they still feel like everything's just falling. So this would be the system for them. We have our Boosted Shampoo and our Boosted Conditioner. These have a rich and creamy lather to get through the hair, but at the same time, it's not going to weigh down the hair. It's very weightless. Often I know clients with finer hair are petrified and rather not use conditioner because they feel like the creaminess of it just gonna weigh it down, make it too soft, and it's definitely nothing that they need. The conditioner is great because it is lightweight. It doesn't have a thick consistency to it, but it's still gonna give a lot of shine, body, and hold, as well as the shampoo. We have our Boosted Volumizing Spray. This you can spray at the root. I wouldn't spray it directly at the root, but kind of a little further back where you want to see the volume, in the crown, in the front. It's heat activated, so I feel like once you start getting that blow dry and that brush in it, you can kind of lift where you have sprayed it and you'll instantly feel like you'll get that instant boost of lift. It's very weightless, gives a lot of fullness, volume, shine. And then they have the Boosted Thickening Cream. So this kind of has the same purpose as the spray, but it's a little bit heavier. someone that feels like overall their hair is just super fine and limp. So this actually will thicken each hair strand and just make the hair feel a lot fuller, not so much volume. Obviously a great combo to use this at the root and kind of mids to ends. Once you add, again, the blow dry and the heat to it, you'll instantly see the hair in itself is kind of thickening altogether and getting a lot of body. This is a great product for people that just feel like their hair is so fine and limp. Next, we have our laser straight smoothing system. These products are for our clients that are constantly blowing out their hair to fight their curls. They want a smoother look. Using the flat iron, they want that sleek, straight look. This is the line for them. We have our laser straight shampoo and conditioner. These shampoos and conditioner are amazing. There's sugar cane in them. It smells like fresh cookies, definitely something sweet. It's an instant grabber for clients when I'm using them in their hair. I'll use this on someone that has very curly hair that I know I will be blowing out smooth, or they just need something that's just gonna smooth the cuticle. It does have body and hold for it, not necessarily meaning it's gonna give you volume, but just it's gonna hold that blow dry a little bit longer and really seal down the hair strands and really allow you to wear your hair a lot smoother. It is sulfate and paraben free as well. This is definitely a great shampoo and conditioner I will sell to my keratin clients that want to maintain that straight, that smoothness after they get their treatment. This is the best shampoo and conditioner for them. It's obviously not going to make your hair straight, but it will help get that blow dry and that flat iron through a lot better. Next, we have our luxury system of our shampoo and conditioner. This line we call the luxury because of its ingredients. It's very unique ingredients, and it's definitely for that client that needs that extra oomph, that extra product in their hair. They need a little bit more TLC. The unique ingredients in the shampoo and conditioner is the crushed pearl powder that will revitalize and hydrate the hair, and then there's organic Hawaiian white honey, which will give a lot of shine and moisture. They smell amazing as well, a lot of shine, a lot of hydration. Kind of somewhat, they are priced a little bit higher than the other shampoos and conditioners just because it's doing so much for the hair. I would probably avoid using it on someone a little bit finer hair, or maybe a little bit that's really not doing a lot of chemical services or color to the hair, because this is really going to be a rich, lather, creamy consistency for someone that really needs that thick conditioner and shampoo for their hair, someone maybe a little bit thicker and coarser. Now moving into our Blonda toning system. This system is for our blondes, our double processes, our balayage, our highlights. Those girls that just want to be as blonde as they can, they want to keep up their blonde, but we also want to make sure we're not ruining the integrity of their hair. We know lightener can be harsh on someone's hair, and the more you do it, you can see a difference in your hair, but as long as you're maintaining and keeping up with treatments and using the right products, they can wear their blonde all year round. So within the line, there are two shampoos. The original shampoo within the line was the Blonda toning system. It is our purple shampoo that blondes are obsessed with because it's actually toning the hair. It's getting rid of the brassiness. Once their gloss or toner rinses out, use this once a week. It will kind of bring the blonde back to life. Get rid of those yellow, orangey tones that we cannot stand. I would only recommend using this on the hair no more than 60 seconds. The lighter the hair, you will see a little bit of a purple hue. Some clients might like that, some will definitely not. So I would definitely make sure you're expressing that to your clients. It's gonna hydrate, it's gonna give shine. However, they just came out with the Blonda Daily Shampoo because they felt like the main purpose of the shampoo was really just to tone the blonde. It wasn't really taking it a step further and doing something more for the blondes, so they came out with the Daily Shampoo. This is something you would probably only use once a week. This would be your go-to every day. This is gonna be hydrating, it's gonna give shine, it's gonna help your blowouts. It's actually said to be a little bit moisturizing than the 7 Seconds shampoo, which is the most moisturizing within the line. It's gonna protect the color, it's gonna help the blonde from fading or getting that drab color. So you use this every day, and then you can follow it up with the blonde toning once a week to really worry about the tone. And then they have their own Blonda Daily Conditioner, which in fact is purple as well. It's not as pigmented as the shampoo. It's a little bit more of like a lavender lilac-y color. So these are more for the ends. It will do a slight tone, but not as much as the actual shampoo. And still, as your main conditioner, hydrating, protecting the blonde in between appointments. The newest products within the line, they have the Blonda Fix. This is a heavy mask. It's a toning purple mask, which is amazing because not so much you're using, the Blonda toning shampoo is enough already, but to use a mask as well that's purple, what's better than that? So they came out with the Violin Toning Treatment, something that you would use once a week. Again, doesn't need to be used every day. It's gonna tone, it's gonna eliminate the brassiness, but it's also gonna be a deep treatment that's gonna go into the actual hair and revitalize those strands. Maybe if you have breakage in the hair, they're falling limp, you haven't been getting a haircut every time you're doing highlights, it's definitely gonna do everything it needs to do to bring those hair strands back to life. And then the step up from that would be the Blonda Fix Pro. This is an in-salon only treatment. This is going to be more toning than this, but something that obviously doesn't need to be done all the time. If you've just done a fresh highlight, the color is perfect. You don't really need to use a gloss or a tone, but it kind of needs that little extra bit of violet toning. So you could use your Blonda toning shampoo and then follow it up with the Blonda Fix Pro. This can sit a little bit longer. It can be 10 to 15 minutes. It's really gonna obviously tone, but it's also gonna be hydrating. It's gonna be what your blondes need after a full highlight, and it's gonna make the blonde last longer and actually cut down your blow dry time and add a lot of shine to the hair. So I feel like for every highlight, every blonde client you have, this is the system for them. There's something for every need that they have. And instantly when they see the purple, if they don't already know what the purple is going to do for their hair, their blonde, you can explain it to them and know that they can take this home and take the mask home. Like, that's like a great benefit for them. And then last but not least, we have our specialty cleanse system, and this is simply just our weekender shampoo. This is a mild clarifying shampoo that's great for everyone. I like to use this on my kids that are coming in, I'm giving a haircut to, that probably aren't doing the best job at shampooing their own hair. I'll use this for chlorine buildup for the kids at the end of the summer. You can actually leave it on the hair as a treatment. It's gonna cleanse, it's gonna give moisture to the hair, but it's not gonna overly kill the oils, natural oils in your hair. It's great if you put on a gloss and it maybe went too warm or went too red and you kind of just want to pull it off real quick. I would definitely recommend to use this at first, but I would not recommend using this as the first shampoo for someone that's freshly had color. I would wait at least 2 shampoos before using this. Although it is a mild clarifying shampoo, it's still a clarifying cleansing shampoo, which you would probably want to stray away from when you're freshly getting your color done. It's great, like I said, to use as an in-salon treatment. I'll use this followed by the 7 seconds mask to just bring the color or bring someone's hair back to life. If they're feeling like their hair is feeling a little drab, or they just have a lot of product buildup, a lot of color buildup, this is a great shampoo for them. I would avoid using this shampoo for my keratin clients and for anyone with extensions, unless you are maybe trying to get some buildup off, just like a light shampoo with this. Although it is sulfate free and sodium chloride free, it still has a tendency to cleanse the hair as a clarifying shampoo would. So that is our systems broken down, and like I said, it makes it that much easier when you have your client, you've been doing them for a while, you know exactly what their hair is lacking, you know what they need. You can go straight to a system. Someone with curly hair, you would go to the Boing system. Someone that's lacking moisture, you would go to the 7 second system. Our blondes, you would go to the Blonda toning system. There's a system for everyone that sits in your chair. And if you're ever stuck, 7 seconds would definitely be your go-to and would be for everyone right off the bat. So since we just kind of went over our shampoos and conditioners, we can move on to our actual styling product, your back bar product. So Unite breaks those down, again, make it easier for you to know when and who to use them on. So for our styling products, they break them into 3 groups. We have our dry finishing products. These you will find in the red lettering, maroon. Then we have our wet styling products. These you will find in the black color coding. And then we have our hybrid products, which you will find in the blue coating. And this will be for your wet or dry looks. So starting with the dry finishing products. These are your finishing sprays, your finishing products after you've just created a great blowout, you finished a haircut, you're ready to send them out the door. These would be your products to kind of finish any hairstyle. So we have our second day. This is the finishing cream. This is great for pixie, shorter hair. It gives an undone look, a worn in look, a second day look. It's great, the consistency feels great. It does have a little bit of a tack to it, but you can kind of rub it in between your fingers and play around and give a really cool textured look. It has castor oil in it, which will give a soft textured look, but a little bit of a hold as well. It also gives a nice, it's a great product to kind of lay flyaways down. Obviously some people after a blow drying were like, oh, I was smoothing it so well, but they still have all this static or frizz. Take some of the second day, really get a good consistency with it and just slightly tap down the flyaways and it's great. I love that it's called second day and it offers a worn-in look because often when we're creating a great look after we finished a well-balanced haircut, sometimes it feels like the hair looks too done, and people that want a little bit more texture and fun with their hair, you can just hit this in their hair and kind of piece out a look and they feel like it's really undone and that feels great for them. We have our expanded dust. This is one of my favorite products. It's great for teasing. What it is, it's the white powder. It does come out as a powder, but it does dissipate into the hair. It would make someone with colored hair as mine a little bit nervous because they obviously don't want to see white powder in their hair. It dissipates very nicely in the hair. It has aloe vera juice in it, which soothes the scalp, and it also has cornstarch, which is going to allow it to have hold and body at the root. Like I said, I love using this to tease the hair. I'll sprinkle a little bit at the root, get a good tease, do my lifting, and instantly you'll feel a lot of lift and volume at the root. I love to use this on my updos as well to kind of get that fullness at the root. It's volumizing, and it is a dry finishing product, simply meaning you should just use it at the end of your style, not so much before. We have our Tricky and our Tricky Light. These are our light hairsprays. They're 50% wax and 50% hairspray. Our Tricky would be for our medium to coarse hair, and our Tricky Light would be our finer hair. Has a little bit more hairspray in the Tricky Light. These are great for a pieced out look. They're a great product for a diffused curl. Sometimes you feel like the thicker the hair, the curls start to kind of become one and very heavy. So you can kind of spray some of this out, piece out the curls, separate them. It'll give it a great look. It has a lot of shine and moisture. The Tricky Light actually has evening primrose oil that will give a lot of shine and conditioning. We have our texturizer. This is another salon favorite. It is a hairspray, but it's also going to give texture to the hair. I like to use this on my clients that I just gave them a great haircut, but they're feeling like everything's kind of just flat and simple. Kind of hit it with the texturizer spray. You can kind of get your fingers through it, rough it up a little bit, get some volume, get some boost. This is going to have a hold as a hairspray, but not so much that you're going to feel like it's going to weigh it down. Excuse me. It's also going to give a great hold to the hair as well and a lot of shine. When it does come out, it does have a little bit of a thicker consistency to it. So I would start with a little bit and probably a little bit further back from the hair. I wouldn't spray it right on top. It does have a little bit of a strong consistency with it. And then we have our 3 hairsprays within the line. We have our Go 365 hairspray. This hairspray is pretty cool because it has 3 different settings that allows your clients to have 3 different looks depending on what they're feeling that day. So if you look on top of the nozzle, there are 3 settings. We have our LMH, light, medium, and heavy. Depending on, like I said, what you're feeling that day. Somebody just wants to hit their hair with just a little bit of hairspray that's not gonna be too tacky, you would hit the light. A little bit stronger, do the medium, or they need something that's gonna hold all day. They're going to a wedding, they can't be messing with their hair. They can use the heavier side. So that's pretty cool. I would definitely start your clients if they are looking for a hairspray with this one, just because they have the ability to use different settings and they can create different looks with it. Then we have our max control, which would be the step up from that hairspray. It's gonna give a little bit more of a stronger hold, but you could still kind of brush your fingers through it. Your brush, if you feel like later in the day you kind of want to recreate a look and you need an extra pump, this is gonna have a strong hold, but at the same time, you're not gonna feel like it's too tacky. And then the strongest hold within the line is the Session Max. This is our extra strong hold. I would start with a little bit, depending on what style you're trying to create for your client. They're looking for something that's not gonna move all day, the wind's not gonna hit it, it's gonna stay in place exactly how they left the salon. I would use the extra strong hold. It does have ingredients in it that will allow it to not flake in the hair, but I definitely will say once you spray it in, you'll definitely feel in the hair, and you would probably want to avoid putting your fingers back to it. So this, like I said, is all our dry finishing products, kind of something for every look that you're trying to achieve. Moving into our wet selling products, you will find these in the black color coating. These are the products that would use before you're starting your blow dry, when they're coming out of the shower, a product they're hitting with their hair, if you're diffusing a curl, these would be the products for them. So first we have our creamy paste. This is kind of like a thickening paste. It's great to add thickness, texture, and hold. It feels kind of slimy, but it's one of those things that it will dissipate into the hair and it kind of will create some separation and hold in the hair. I would use this obviously on wet hair, and you can either heat activate it with a dryer, or you can kind of just let it go and let it air dry, as long as you're not putting too much in the hair. We have our blow and set lotion. This is like our great sculpting lotion. It does come out in like a gel form. I like to use this for my typical blowout, someone that needs a blowout that's gonna last all day for a couple days. You've just created maybe like a great curl in their, you're gonna put curls in their hair. This would be the product for them. It's gonna give a lot of shine to the hair, but it's also gonna create a hold and a memory in the hair. When I'm instantly putting my blow dry to the hair, you instantly feel the hair kind of setting to the way that I'm pulling it or creating it to be. So this is a great product for that. We have our laser straight relaxing fluid. So this kind of goes hand in hand with our laser straight system. If you use the shampoo conditioner, follow with the relaxing fluid, you'll get a great smooth look. It's gonna have a lot of body and hold to it, just simply because it's allowing the hair to kind of stretch. It's gonna add a lot of moisture and shine. This comes out a little bit thicker than your typical, a little bit thicker than the blow and set lotion, so I would start with a little bit. The actual back bar version of it does have a pump, so it allows you to kind of get a feel from it that way. I would start with a little bit and kind of work your way up depending on how much hair your client has. And it smells great. We have our Expanda Volume. This is like an old school root lifter. It's a root energizer. These are for your clients that really want to see the fullness. They don't have a lot of hair. They feel like their hair is very fine. They need something that's going to give them that boost of volume and last. This would be the product for them. It does come out like a powder and almost like a spray in one, so I would be a little gentle with it at first. spray it at the root, not directly at the root. And then you can obviously, your heat will activate it and give it a lot of lift at the root. And then finally we have our Elevate Mousse. This is also a great volumizing product. It actually has argan oil in it, so it will create a lot of shine in the hair as well. Same thing, I would start with a little bit, work your way up. It has a little bit of a less, like it's not your typical mousse. It's a little bit watered down mousse, which I think is great because sometimes people are kind of past the mousse, they're over the mousse. It's too crunchy, it's too tacky, it's too heavy. So this mousse is great because it's kind of a level down from your typical mousse because it gives you the ability to kind of work it through and kind of see what the blow dryer is going to allow it to do in the heat. It's not going to feel crunchy. You're not going to feel like I have mousse in my hair. It's going to give a lot of shine, moisture, and it's lightweight, which is great. And then last but not least, we have our hybrid products. These are the products we can use on wet and dry hair, which is pretty cool that there's two purposes for them. I'll start with our Conundrum paste. This is a cream, a wax, and a paste all in one. So you can pretty much use it on anyone. It is gonna create a lot of style to the hair. The consistency is a little bit thicker than the other creams, but it allows you the flexibility to kind of do what you need to do with the hair. Great for pixies. It's gonna give volume, it's gonna give hold to the hair. It's also great, I will say, for curls as well. Somebody is gonna let their natural curls go. They might diffuse them or leave them wet. It kind of is a great way to kind of refresh the curls and piece them out. Then we have our Smooth and Shine. This is one of my favorite products within the line. It's my go-to for pretty much any blowout or someone that I know I need to get very smooth, but still give a lot of shine as well. It has argan oil in it and it gives just like a nice sleek look. It is very hydrating. They say, which I haven't used, but you can also use this to let your hair air dry. I probably would use a little bit less than I would for a blow dry just to kind of see how it's going to affect your hair. And it's obviously going to give a lot of shine, especially because it has argan oil in it. Then we have our Beach Day. This is our texture spray. It does have natural sea salt in it, so this would be the one product I would avoid using on someone that has a keratin in their hair or extensions, because you all know salt does have the ability to strip it. Although it is sodium chloride free, it does have the natural sea salt, so there is some form of salt in the spray. This is a great texture spray for anyone that maybe isn't looking for a so smooth look, but they kind of still want that shine and fullness in their hair, but they still want a little bit more of a tousled look. So you would spray this before your blow dry. Or if they're going a little bit more natural and they're gonna let their hair air dry, spray it through and you'll get a nice tousled textured look. Kind of that look you'll feel when you come out of the ocean. We have our Liquid Volume. This is a great volumizing product. I will say it has a little bit of a grit when you spray it. So I would be careful at the root. It's gonna give, like I said, grit and texture. So you could spray it at the root, kind of get your fingers through it to kind of break it up, add heat, or if you're gonna let it go natural, same effect. Spray a little bit less, work it through the roots, gives it some instant volume and hold. And I will say, the minute you put your blow dryer on and you're working at those roots, you'll feel a little bit of a pull, but that's simply just it getting that lift in the hair. And then we have our U oil. It's another one of my favorite products. It has argan oil. It's the only thing you really need to say to your clients, because if they know what argan oil is and what it's gonna do and they've used it before, this is the product for them. It gives a lot of shine and moisture to the hair. It's great to use before blow dry. I will use this and maybe a second product to kind of eliminate frizz, seal down their end. I obviously would avoid using this at the root because they might feel like it's weighing it down. But I like to use it around the hairline, especially those clients that have those curly cues or those frizz. It's very frizzy around their hairline. I would use whatever's left over in my hand and kind of tame down. and then kind of start with my blow dry right at the root to make sure I'm really smoothing that. And then I'll hit someone's hair again after I just gave them a blowout. Maybe we skip their haircut this time so their ends are looking still a little dry, even though we gave them a great blow dry. I'll maybe do a little bit of a half of a pump, work it through, and kind of just hit the ends. It kind of seals it back together. It moisturizes them. It makes them look a lot shinier. And it's great just for that. Same thing, if the hair is wet, you're not gonna blow dry, they're just gonna go and let it air dry, kind of put a little bit, work it through, and they feel like their ends are that much hydrated and shinier. So that is our hybrid products. So Unite likes to break down their products in that sense so that you know when to use the products and who to use it on. So last but not least, we have our Go 24/7 line. This is our line exclusively for our men clientele. I know straight off the bat that sometimes when you say anything with product or I'm gonna shampoo your hair to a guy, they instantly get a little nervous. I feel like a lot of men, products kind of have that stigma that, it smells great, there's fragrance, and makes your hair feel great. And a lot of men don't even want to deal with it. Half of the time they just use water to style their hair. So Unite has a great product line for men that isn't gonna smell too fruity or too perfume-like. It's gonna repair their hair and help their hair as well. And it's not heavy at all. So in the line, they have 2 shampoos. This is our daily shampoo. This is going to have ginseng and macadamia nut fragrance, and it's going to strengthen their hair. 9 times out of 10, our men clientele, their hair is either very full and thick, or it's fine and starting to thin out. So this would just be your go-to daily shampoo for any male client. Then we have our mint thickening shampoo. This is, like I said, for our clients that maybe need a little bit more TLC. Maybe they have a sensitive scalp, maybe they are thinning, they're balding. This would be the shampoo for them. It has honey aids that help cell rejuvenation, and there's menthol that actually stimulates the scalp and soothes the scalp. We have a couple women at my salon that actually prefer this shampoo because they might get a little sensitive to the color or their scalp's just sensitive in general. This has a mint smelly to it, so you're right off the bat helping out their scalp and soothing it. Then we have our daily conditioner. This is vitamin E, and it gives nutrients and provides hair growth. Men typically don't like to use conditioner just because they feel like they don't have enough hair. Like, why do I have to condition and shampoo my hair? Or it makes my hair feel too soft, it weighs it down. This is just like a great go-to conditioner that's weightless, and it's gonna be just that much better to use on their hair and promotes hair growth. We have our hair gel, which is for the men that do like to use product in their hair. They need that stiff look, or they just need a product that's just gonna hold their hair for the day or for work. This is a non-flaking hair gel. It has a strong hold to it, so I would start with a little bit at first. If you need to dilute it, spray some water to kind of break it up. But this hair gel is great to kind of just hold any style that they need. And then moving into our creams, we have 5 styling products for our men depending on what look or what type of hair they have. I'll go in order from the lightest hold to the strongest hold. So first we have our grooming cream. This would be our lightest hold within the line. It has a natural finish. If your male clientele is a little hesitant to using any type of product in their hair, I would maybe just use a little bit of this so they can kind of see what it does. And it almost looks like they don't have anything in their hair, but it just adds a nice shine and a natural finish, and you won't really even feel it in the hair. And the hold, like I said, it's the lightest hold within the line, so they feel like, I didn't really like that, let me just wet it down or rub my fingers through it to kind of get rid of what she just did. It's great. It's like a great starter product for any client, for any male client. Then we have our styling cream. This is going to give a little bit more of a matte finish. It's a step up, so it has a little bit more hold than the first one. It's going to give volume to the hair. It's good for those clients, those male clients. Often we do a little bit shorter on the sides, and longer on the top. So this is going to kind of give some volume and texture at that top part of their hair. Then we have our cream wax. This goes on wet, but then it dries as a wax, which is nice, and it gives them the same thing, the capability to kind of work it through, give a little bit of texture feel. And then this is probably like the medium hold within the line. Maybe someone that's a little bit finer hair that needs a little bit more texture, or someone's hair, they have a crazy cowlick that keeps pushing, you need to simmer down. This would be a great product for them. We have our texture paste. This would be a very strong hold. It's one down from the strongest hold. It's gonna give a chunky feel in the hair, and it's definitely a strong hold while giving texture as well. And then our pomade is the strongest hold within the line. You can even feel the consistency of it. It's pretty thick in itself. This is gonna be for your sleek back looks, your pompadours, your clients that maybe are going to a party and they wanna dress up as Elvis. They need something that's gonna give high shine and it's gonna stay in place. This would be the product for them. We have a control spray. Now, when you say hairspray to your men clientele, they're gonna look at you a little funny, because what male is gonna use hairspray? This would definitely be for someone that maybe are a little bit of an older clientele that don't even wanna be bothered with their hair. They just wanna get up, put their hair where they need to be, add a little spray. It's similar to the Session Max within the hairsprays that we went over earlier. So it's gonna have a pretty strong hold, but it's not gonna flake. I would say if you're doing a fun look, or you have a guy in your chair that is going to a party or needs something very sleek, this and the pomade is a great combo for that. And then we have our body wash, which is a great kind of added product for your client, for your male clientele. If they're coming in, they have a shampoo and conditioner, hey, why don't you take the body wash? It's gonna be a gentle cleanse, it's gonna smell great. It definitely has that manly smell to it. 9 times out of 10, they're probably just using a bar soap, or maybe they're using their wife's body wash. So why not have one that's your own? It's gonna give a lot of moisture to the skin and make the skin feel great. And they know that they're using an actual men's product. So this is our men's product line that goes 24/7. It's great because I feel like a lot of salons you go into, all their products are kind of just straightforward for women. And we still have men coming into our salons that are wanting that salon look and kind of are over the barbershop. So why not have a line that's just strictly for them, and they feel like it smells great for them and they don't feel like, you know, they're wearing perfume. So that line is perfect for them. So I know that was a lot of information, but I hope you guys are kind of picking up certain things, and really once you get your fingers dirty and really playing with these products and getting excited about it and talking to your clients about it and actually, you know, really seeing what it's doing for your clients, and they'll get excited about it. And the more you just talk about it or reiterate it to them, I guarantee you they'll get excited and want to use it. So now that we've gone over the products, Unite also has a great program called Unite Cares. It allows the hairstylists to not feel the pressure of selling the products. Not only are we using these products in the salon, using it on our clients' hair, but we want to make sure they're taking them home and recreating the look or maintaining the look you've created for them. It kind of stinks when you have a client, they're devoted to you, they're coming in every 4 to 6 weeks, they're listening to what you say, you're caring about their hair, you're telling them, you know, what you can do to better their hair, and then they just walk out the door and you go down the street and use Pantene after everything you guys just discussed. It's a little disappointing. So Unite feels that if you just go about it a different approach, it might make it that much easier for you as a stylist to allow your clients to buy these products. So it's not just about retail, it's not about selling, it's not about adding that extra money on your check because your retail sales are important as well. It's really approaching it as caring about your client and caring about their hair. Like I said, you work so hard getting their client to the color that they love. it's disappointing to know that they'll just go home and use any shampoo they can find and it's just stripping it right out. So if you kind of approach it to your client saying, you know, we created this great look for you, you love it, we've done everything that we can, so why don't we use a couple products that I've shown you today to kind of recreate that look for you at home. It makes it easier for you to maintain it. So the line is called Unite Cares, and it is a 5-product system that allows your clients to take these products home, use it on a daily basis, and maintain their hair. And that you know what they're using in their hair, so when they come back to see you for the next appointment, wow, your hair looks great, it's shinier, it's moisture, it feels different, it's soft. It literally almost feels like your hair when you left the salon 6 weeks ago. So the 5-product system, which I will kind of show you an example of, because you can kind of just use it with the system, and the 7-second system is kind of a great way to demonstrate it. So within the Unite Cares, the 5-product system, we have our cleanse, our condition, our prep, our style, and our finish. So obviously the cleanse would be the shampoo, something that they're gonna use in the shower every day. It's not gonna strip their color, it's gonna repair their hair. It's going to cleanse the hair but not overly cleanse it. The next would be the condition, which is obviously your conditioner. Or if you feel like they need something a little bit heavier, I would recommend the mask. You don't always obviously have to stay in the system, but I will tell you right off the bat, they're using the shampoo, the 7-second shampoo conditioner. They're already ahead of the game. Their hair is going to be feeling so much better. It's actually going to repair the hair over time. Your prep would be your 7-second zoom detangler or this Boing curl leave-in, something after the shower. Spray through, get the comb through, your hair stretched out as much as you can to really prep and get ready for the style that you're going to create. Your styling product, example, the blow-out cream, if they're going to use the blow dryer, the flat iron, something that's neat, it's going to add that hold to your hair depending on what look you're going for that day. And then your finishing spray, the 7 seconds glossing, what they're going to spray in the hair to give it texture, to give it shine, protect against the humidity, UV and thermal protection. If you kind of set them up this way with the 5-product take home, they're off the bat needing nothing else. I mean, this is what they're going to be using on a daily basis, and it gives them the flexibility to kind of do their hair in different ways. So I would kind of, when you are introducing the Unite line to your clients, constantly reiterate, I used this shampoo on you today, I'm following it up with this conditioner. Sit them in a chair, I'm spraying the 7 seconds leave-in detangler. Look how well the brush is combing through. We're gonna blow dry your hair, I'm gonna put this in your hair, and then we're gonna follow it up with this finishing spray. Go up to the counter, these are the products I used on you today. Look how great your hair looks, look how great it feels, look how great it smells, it's so shiny. These are the products I used on you today. Kind of leave it at that. They know the benefits, they know what it did for their hair, and then you have your front desk receptionist to kind of close out the deal. So you're really approaching it as you're caring, and you want them, you feel like you taught them something, you want them to feel like they can recreate their hair. So many times I hear clients say, I wish I could just do what you just did, or I wish I could blow dry my hair. Obviously it's different when you're looking at someone's full hair, rather we're looking at ourselves, we can't see the back of our hair. But if we can have the products to help us just get that much better and maybe just feeling better than it typically does, they will appreciate that. Your clients are really feeling that you care about their hair and you're not just like, here, buy all this so I can make more money, kind of in a sense. So Unite feels really strong about allowing you to have the right verbiage and approach the products and giving them to your clients in that sense. So again, I really appreciate everyone coming out today. I hope you learned so much. Thank you so much for having me. And like I said, it's going to take some time for you guys to really see the benefits and really feel what these products are doing. It really is a great line, straight off the bat, the ingredients, what it's doing for their hair, what it's going to do to protect their color, just to get that much longevity out of the hair. There's so many features about it. If you guys ever had the chance to go on the Unite website, there's also another great video that just talks about the brand in general. It just is pretty cool that this line is not just about the products and selling the products and getting salons to buy their products. It just goes way beyond that. There's great opportunities. Like I said, there's education opportunities. There's corporate. You learn about the different things that Andrew Dale is doing as far as with animals. It just is so widespread that it's such an amazing brand to represent, and I'm glad to be representing them. And I hope, the more you guys kind of dig in deeper with these products and start talking about to your clients, it might, promote you to kind of want to take a step ahead and work with the brand as well. If you guys have any questions or concerns, I'll be hanging out and kind of answering any of your questions or concerns. If there's anything that I can't personally answer, I will make sure I will speak to someone that knows a little bit more than me, and I will be able to reach out to you guys and get the answer directly. We often have clients that kind of want to come back with different questions or just concerns, or they know their hair or how it reacts. So like I said, if there's anything I can't give you a direct answer for, we will work on getting the answer. So again, thank you guys for having me today, and I'm so excited to leave you guys with these products and get you started and really see what a great brand Unite is. Thanks again. Take care.